A day without laughter is a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. A day without laughter is a day wasted. This quote is often attributed to Charlie Chaplin, the iconic actor and filmmaker known for his work during the silent film era. Chaplin's comedic genius brought joy and laughter to millions, even during times of great hardship like the Great Depression. Chaplin's characters, particularly the tramp, used humor to illuminate the struggles of the common person and to critique the social issues of his time. His belief in the power of laughter was not only a cornerstone of his films, but also a philosophy he carried in life. The sentiment that a day without laughter is a day without joy or purpose reflects the importance of finding humor and happiness in our daily lives, no matter the circumstances. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. Charlie Chaplin. Indeed, the quote, "To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it," is often credited to Charlie Chaplin. This statement encapsulates the essence of how humor can be a coping mechanism in the face of adversity. Chaplin's own life, marked by poverty and hardship in his early years, was a testament to this philosophy. Chaplin's comedy often took the misfortunes and challenges of life and turned them into something that could be laughed at, allowing audiences to confront their own difficulties with a sense of lightness. By transforming pain into comedy, Chaplin showed that laughter could be a form of resilience and an affirmation of the human spirit's endurance. His work suggests that by recognizing the absurdities and contradictions within our suffering, we can distance ourselves from the immediate intensity of our pain and perhaps gain a new perspective that allows for emotional release through laughter. This concept remains a poignant insight into the therapeutic value of humor.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more valuable quotes from the legends.
Life could be wonderful if people would leave you alone. Charlie Chaplin. The quote, "Life could be wonderful if people would leave you alone," echoes a sentiment of seeking peace and personal freedom attributed to Charlie Chaplin. Chaplin was not only a comic genius, but also a keen observer of human nature and the pressures of society. This line can be interpreted as a commentary on the intrusive nature of fame, the burden of societal expectations, or the desire for individual autonomy. Chaplin's life in the spotlight, with the media scrutiny and public pressures that accompanied his fame, likely informed this perspective. The statement taps into a universal desire for solitude and the freedom to live one's life without external interference. It reflects a longing for simplicity and the ability to enjoy life's pleasures without the complications that can arise from the demands and judgments of others. A tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow, always hopeful of romance and adventure. Charlie Chaplin. Chaplin's tramp, encapsulated in the quote, represents the universal human amidst life's contrasts. A tramp suggests marginalization, yet a gentleman denotes inherent nobility. A poet and a dreamer reflect an inner life rich with aspirations, contrasting with the lonely fellow's external solitude. Here, Chaplin conveys the duality of existence. Societal roles do not define intrinsic worth. The tramp's perpetual hope of romance and adventure embodies optimism in facing life's adversities. The lesson is resilience. Despite his circumstances, the tramp remains undeterred, finding joy and purpose. This teaches us that hope and dignity can persist irrespective of social standing. Chaplin's character study is a masterclass in empathy, urging us to see beyond appearances to the complex, hopeful humanity within each person. I am at peace with God. My conflict is with man. Charlie Chaplin. The quote, "I am at peace with God. My conflict is with man," attributed to Charlie Chaplin, encapsulates a profound personal sentiment on the distinction between spiritual harmony and earthly struggles. Chaplin, through this reflection, acknowledges a reconciled state with the divine, or the moral and existential order of the universe, which can be interpreted as inner peace and acceptance of life's ultimate questions. In contrast, his conflict with man signifies the challenges and frictions inherent in social interactions and human institutions. It suggests a critique of societal structures, human injustice, and the complexities of interpersonal relationships that often contrast with the serenity found in spiritual contemplation or the natural order. This dichotomy highlights a common human experience, the quest for inner tranquility amidst the chaos of societal expectations and conflicts. It serves as a reminder of the enduring struggle to balance internal serenity with external discord and the pursuit of integrity in a complex world. All I need to make a comedy is a park, a policeman, and a pretty girl. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's quote, "All I need to make a comedy is a park, a policeman, and a pretty girl," reflects the simplicity and universality of his comedic formula. Chaplin's genius lay in his ability to take ordinary elements and craft them into a narrative that was both relatable and entertaining. The park serves as a common ground, a public space where social norms are observed and sometimes flouted, a setting ripe for humorous situations. The policeman represents authority and the potential for conflict and chase, staples of physical comedy. The pretty girl adds an element of desire and charm, often serving as the catalyst for the tramp's escapades. Together, these elements create a microcosm of society where Chaplin could play out the timeless themes of love, authority, and social satire. This quote distills the essence of Chaplin's art, the ability to create comedic gold from the simplest ingredients by tapping into the core of human behavior and societal quirks. It reminds us that at the heart of comedy is the observation of life's absurdities and the joy of turning them on their head. Despair is a narcotic. It lulls the mind into indifference. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's statement, "Despair is a narcotic. It lulls the mind into indifference," speaks to the numbing effect that profound hopelessness can have on a person's psyche. Despair, like a narcotic, has the power to dull the senses, reduce the capacity for action, and create a state of apathetic resignation. Chaplin, who often dealt with themes of adversity in his work, understood the danger of succumbing to despair. This quote warns against allowing despair to sap one's will and cloud the mind. It suggests that despair can lead to a loss of agency, making individuals passive observers of their own lives rather than active participants. The underlying insight is a call to resistance against the paralysis that despair can induce. It is a reminder that while pain and suffering are inevitable aspects of the human experience, succumbing to indifference is a choice. The lesson is to acknowledge despair, but not to let it consume one's spirit or hinder the pursuit of change and happiness. Man as an individual is a genius. But men in the mass form the headless monster, a great, British idiot that goes where prodded. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's observation suggests a dichotomy between individual potential and collective behavior. He praises the individual's capacity for genius, the ability to create, reason, and innovate. However, he contrasts this with how individuals, when in a group, can often act with diminished intelligence and agency, losing their individuality and succumbing to a herd mentality. The headless monster metaphor implies a lack of thoughtful direction in the collective. This entity, prodded by external forces, may represent the susceptibility of crowds to manipulation, as individuals within a mass can act in ways they might not alone, driven by base impulses rather than rational thought. The insight warns of the dangers of groupthink and mob behavior. The collective can easily become a tool for those who know how to exploit it. The lesson is a call for critical thinking and personal responsibility within society. It reminds us to maintain our individual judgment and moral compass, even within the powerful current of the collective. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease for pain. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's assertion that laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease for pain speaks to the healing power of humor. Laughter, in this context, is likened to a medicinal tonic, capable of alleviating distress and providing temporary respite from suffering. As the tonic revitalizes the body, laughter rejuvenates the spirit. Chaplin, the creator of films that made people laugh during times of personal and collective hardship, believed in laughter's therapeutic value. The relief it provides is not just physical but also psychological, offering a momentary pause from the burdens of reality. The underlying message is that humor is a crucial coping mechanism, a natural antidote to life's inevitable hardships. It doesn't eliminate pain but can make it more bearable. The conclusion here is a timeless prescription. Amidst life's challenges, seek and find reasons to laugh, as it is a vital source of comfort and a universal balm for the human experience. We think too much and feel too little. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's statement, "We think too much and feel too little," critiques the imbalance between intellect and emotion. Chaplin, who lived through times of great technological advancement and global turmoil, witnessed a world increasingly preoccupied with rational thought and efficiency, often at the expense of compassion and empathy. The quote suggests that an overemphasis on cerebral reasoning can lead to a disconnect from the emotive aspects of human experience. While analytical thinking is crucial, it becomes problematic when it overshadows our capacity for kindness, understanding, and emotional connection. Chaplin's insight calls for a more holistic approach to life where intellect and emotion are balanced, ensuring that progress and innovation are matched by humanity and warmth. The lesson is a reminder to not only engage with the world intellectually, but to also nurture our ability to feel deeply and respond to others with genuine emotion. Failure is unimportant. It takes courage to make a fool of yourself. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's quote, "Failure is unimportant. It takes courage to make a fool of yourself," celebrates the bravery required to risk ridicule and embrace imperfection. He suggests that the fear of failure is inconsequential compared to the valor needed to face potential embarrassment. This perspective reframes failure not as a defeat, but as a natural part of the creative process and human experience. The courage Chaplin speaks of is the willingness to step out of one's comfort zone, to be vulnerable, and to possibly fail in the public eye. The insight here is that the act of trying, even with the risk of looking foolish, is more commendable than not attempting at all due to fear of failure. The lesson encourages embracing risks and learning from missteps, recognizing that the greatest personal growth often comes from experiences where we do not succeed initially. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin's powerful quote from his final speech in The Great Dictator is a stirring affirmation of democracy and the enduring nature of freedom. He acknowledges the transient nature of hate and the mortality of dictators, contrasting them with the resilience and immortality of liberty. Chaplin's words remind us that although tyrants may temporarily seize power and instill hatred, these are but fleeting shadows over the human condition. The innate drive for freedom and justice in people is enduring and will ultimately prevail as power returns to the populace. This message carries an undercurrent of optimism and faith in humanity. It's a call to remember that liberty is an intrinsic part of the human spirit, which cannot be permanently extinguished. The lesson is one of hope and determination, to stand against oppression and to trust in the eventual triumph of liberty, for as long as humanity exists, the quest for freedom will continue.